My husband's work dinner. His smug colleague snickered and said, "How does it feel being a loser? Your husband makes the money and you just sip tea at home." Everyone laughed, including my husband, except me. I smiled and asked the CEO, "How does it feel knowing this loser owns 67% of your company?" The room fell silent. His face went pale. What would you do if the man you loved, the man you'd been married to for 22 years, laughed while someone publicly called you a loser? Because that's exactly what happened to me. In a glittering Marriott ballroom, my husband, Richard, raised his champagne glass in amused agreement as a colleague tore me apart. That was the night my carefully constructed world shattered, and I decided to burn theirs to the ground. They had no idea I already owned 67% of their precious company. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with that morning when I was still playing the role of the perfect corporate wife. Not knowing that by tonight, I'd finally drop the mask. Every morning, Richard's alarm would snooze 3 times while I was already up. 5:30 a.m. My day began with the elaborate ritual of maintaining his life. The kitchen was my first stop, where I performed the daily magic of creating his perfect breakfast: egg whites, folded precisely, no trace of yolk, whole grain toast, golden brown, never burnt, fresh orange juice, pulp-free. Because he claimed pulp affected his digestion. 22 years of this routine, and I could do it blindfolded. "Karen, where's my Harvard tie?" Richard's voice boomed from upstairs at exactly 6:04. He knew exactly where it was. 3rd drawer, left side, arranged by color. But asking me to fetch it reinforced something important to him. I was the retriever, the finder, the one who smoothed out life's minor inconveniences. I climbed the stairs with his coffee, 2 sugars, no cream, in the Harvard Business School mug his mother bought him, and found him standing in his walk-in closet, surrounded by $40,000 worth of suits, looking utterly helpless. "The red one?" I asked, already reaching for it. "You have the Morrison presentation today." "Actually, it's the Singapore merger finalization," he corrected, taking the coffee without a thank you. "But yes, the red one. Power color." He said it like I hadn't been tracking his calendar for 2 decades. Like I hadn't typed up his talking points last night while he watched golf. I tied his Windsor knot while he stood there, scrolling through emails from people who actually mattered to him. "Don't wait up tonight," he said, adjusting the tie I'd just perfected. "Company dinner at the Marriott. Black dress would be appropriate." Appropriate. After 22 years, I'd become something that was either appropriate or inappropriate. Never just myself. Lunch with my mother at the country club was its own form of torture. She sat across from me at our usual table, the one overlooking the tennis courts, where she'd once hoped I'd celebrate my own victories instead of my husband's. "Richard must be thrilled about the promotion," she said, though her tone suggested anything but thrill. "Senior Vice President. Your father would have. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next."